Okay, so the playbook that they've been rinsing and repeating for centuries has been the same. In this case, it is Hillary Clinton, the former Secretary of State to the United States, laughing at the success when she heard the news. Let's hear her first.
We came, we saw, he died.
So, who was she laughing at? You know, who did they come, who did they see, and who died? Well, it was this man, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. But before they took him out, you know, as always, they first had to give him a bad name. So let's listen to President Obama give him the bad name.
Gaddafi was one of the world's longest serving dictators, a murderer with American blood on his hands. Today, he is gone.
So now you've heard it, you've seen them give him the bad name. So the next thing was to take him out. And now the question one might ask is, why do they want him unalived? Why do they want to take him? This is the reason why.
Of power, of dignity, of freedom for Africa. Africa for Africans. The land of Africa is for Africans everywhere. Our land is our land. Everything is our land. My brothers everywhere. You are the master of your continent. You are free in your continent. In this historical day, you are strong now. You are marching to the glory forward, to the progress.
You had him. Our land is our land. Africa is for Africans. Get off our land. Muammar Gaddafi's greatest crime was trying to unify Africa and give Africa one currency. He wanted an African Union that was strong and operated under one currency that was backed by gold. You can imagine the whole of Africa using one currency amongst themselves to trade goods and services. And this will definitely threaten the dollar. The West didn't want this.
Colonel Gaddafi, the President of the United States, the leaders of Britain and other leaders are calling on you to step down, to leave Libya, to leave your position of power. Will you do that?
Who would leave his homeland? Why do I leave my homeland? Why do I leave Libya?
But what he didn't know was that these people are the best at this game. They know how to divide and rule. They know how to divide and conquer. Unknown to him, his people had been bought over. And of course, they disappointed him. He was sold out and he was unalived. But has Libya fared better since his unaliving? They said he was evil, he is this and he is that. In other words, unaliving him will make Libya a better place. But has Libya become a better place? Listen to President Obama, the president under whose regime Gaddafi was taken out. Listen to him.
As his 2 terms wind down, President Obama is reflecting on the past 8 years in the White House. Speaking with Fox Network anchor Chris Wallace, he was asked what he considers his worst mistake as president.
Probably failing to plan for the day after what I think was the right thing to do in intervening in Libya.
President's referring there to the capture of Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi.
You heard him. Libya is worse off. He regrets that he didn't plan on how Libya was going to be run after Gaddafi was taken out. They were so busy wanting to take him out that they didn't care how Libya was going to be run. But what does President Trump have to say about this assassination? His insight is unique. You will not believe what he said about this. Listen to him.
But you also recently said that the Middle East would be better off with Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, and Assad in power. How does...
I didn't say Assad, but we certainly have not gained anything with Gaddafi. And you look at what happened. I mean, look at Libya, look at Iraq. Iraq used to be no terrorists. He would kill the terrorists immediately. It was like, now it's the Harvard of terrorism, Iraq. If you look at Iraq from years ago, I'm not saying he was a nice guy, he was a horrible guy. but it was a lot better than it is right now. Right now, Iraq is a training ground for terrorists. Right now, Libya, nobody even knows Libya. Frankly, there is no Iraq and there is no Libya. It's all broken up. They have no control. Nobody knows what's going on.
So the world would be better off with Saddam Hussein
100%.
and Gaddafi in power?
100%. Now, as far as Assad is concerned.
What about the human rights abuses?
Let's talk, well, you don't think they're happening now? They're worse now than they ever were. People are getting their heads chopped off. They're being drowned. Right now, they're far worse than they were ever under Saddam Hussein or Gaddafi.
So even President Trump says it categorically. It was a mistake taking him out. Libya is no better. That's it.